Hey guys, it's Gandalf, and I've got a ton of new cool stuff to show you. I'm gonna get started with the things I found at a pawn shop, because there's two pawn shops where I live downtown, and there's one that I never go in just because they've never had games in the past. But I recently decided to walk in and found out that not only do they have a bunch of video games, they cost less than the other pawn shop I go to, and they have DVDs for 50 cents a piece, which is awesome. I'll start with that. So I found two DVDs, some Stallone movies, Rocky Balboa. This is a really good movie if you haven't seen it. And Cliffhanger, also a really good movie. That was really cool. So they had a ton of games, a bunch of Xbox 360 games, PlayStation 3 games, and Nintendo Wii games. So I was looking for rare games, and they told me every single game was $8 each. They had all kinds. They had a few PlayStation 2, and they had Nintendo DS and Game Boy Advance. So right off the bat, I noticed they had two copies of Mirror's Edge, and of course they're both complete in excellent condition. So I bought both of them because this is kind of a hard to find game these days. So now I've got 3 copies of this game. It's the reason why I bought it too is it's one of my favorites. Not only is it a rare game, but it's a really good game. It's one of my favorites on Xbox 360. That's all I got there. So at the other pawn shop I go to that has a ton of PS2 games, I found a couple rare ones. Ape Escape 2, which I had just bought Ape Escape 2 from them. I guess I didn't see they had this one, another copy. So I bought another Ape Escape 2 and Rogue Galaxy. When I first saw these two games, I did not know their value, so I looked them up online and found out like Rogue Galaxy is a $15 or more game complete. Ape Escape 2 is pretty much the same, and it's $6 a piece. I decided to get them, and people have said this is a really good RPG, so I'm looking forward to trying it out. This one staring at you right here is Gex, Enter the Gecko, and I found it for $11.99. It's kind of getting harder to find for the PlayStation 1, and it's a really good platform game, and it has a lot of good comedy in it. It's one of those games that when it first came out years ago, I rented it all the time for the PlayStation. I want to go to the thrift store stuff I got next. I found this demo disc for Xbox 360. It's got Grawl 2 maps on it, and it has demos like Civilization Revolution, Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit, NASCAR 09, and some Xbox Live Arcade games. It works good, and the disc is in excellent condition. So this was 50 cents. I found for $2 the Chronicles of Narnia Prince Caspian. It's in excellent condition, but it does not have a manual. It's for the PlayStation 2. I'm not sure if I showed this in a video yet, but I found Thunderstrike, Operation Phoenix, and it is complete. No, it's not complete. It doesn't have a manual. The disc is in excellent condition, and this is a fun game from Core and Eidos, the makers of the Tomb Raider games. Also at the thrift store, I found, get it up here, this Pelican Afterglow controller. I noticed it right away that it was a PS2 controller, and it looks brand new. I mean, it looks like it's never been used. It was very clean, which is rare to find at the thrift stores. But it glows blue, and I don't have it plugged in now, or I'd show you. It glows blue in the dark, and it's really awesome. The button layouts is really weird because there's L1 and L2 is way down here, like at a corner, and so it takes some getting used to. But the D-pad's excellent. I like the thumbsticks, but they're a little too close together, and they're not real. They're a little too plasticky instead of rubber, so your thumb tends to slide off of them easily. And the select and start buttons are funny, but it's a solid controller. It has rubber grips on the side. These buttons are good, X and Y, X and triangle and circle. I like it. It's a nice controller, and it was just $2, and it works great. Put that back down. And that's all the stuff for the thrift store. Online, I found new condition of Nagano Winter Olympics. I like Olympic games because they're just fun to play in video game form. This is so similar to the International Track and Field games from Konami, which Konami made it, so it makes sense. But it's got winter sports, 13 different events, bobsled, slalom, all the good ones. I played it. It is fun, but it's one of those button masters where you gotta hit the buttons fast to do well. So if you don't like those, you won't like it. But this was just $3.02, and it was like new, like mint condition. So I couldn't pass it up. It just looked too good. On half.com, I've been looking for this game forever. It can be found cheap, but it's hard to find cheap complete. So then I found this brand new copy on half.com for a total of $8.50, which is a really good price. Also on half.com, and I really enjoy this game. It's a good third-person shooter. Also on half.com, kind of hard to find these days, and very expensive to find sealed. But this one was $14.99. The total was $18.50 on half.com. This is PacMan World 3 for the Xbox. I used to have it, but it's so hard to find brand new. Like, it's worth $60 or more brand new. So getting it for $18 was a really good value. And I might just end up opening this up because I don't have this game in my collection because my other copy was a disc only and I sold it. This is a really fun game. It's a little different than PacMan World 2, but it's a good game. On Amazon.com, I bought the lowest price they had on there for Popeye because I've been trying to get it on eBay and just, I don't know, I wanted a really low price for this. So this was like $9.20 total. And he said it was good condition. I'm really upset though because not only is the label up there messed up, he didn't mention the description was very vague. It just said no box. So I thought, if I was lucky, which I didn't think it would, but I thought it might come with a game manual. Of course it didn't, but it's also extremely dirty, and it's also a little loose. The ROM is a little loose inside of it. The pins are, so it doesn't work often when I plug it in. Even after cleaning it over and over again, it's hard to get it to work. So I don't really like this copy. I'm going to try to get a better copy than this, but this does work and it does play, and it's a really fun game. For a total of $31.12, I got all 3 Spyro games. I just bought them because the price was so good, and these games are amazing. Spyro the Dragon games are just spectacular, and there's nothing like them. I'm going to save what I consider to be the best for last. I'm going to go on to the box I just got today, which arrived very fast. I found a lot of Xbox original games, and I noticed that some of the games were rare, so I gave the guy an offer of $40, so I got this for a total of $56 shipped on eBay, and I just got it today. It's like 27 games, and the games are, sorry, this is upside down. First off, has the extremely rare Barbie Horse Adventures complete. All these games are complete and they're in very good condition. There's only one game that doesn't have a manual, and that's Pirates of the Caribbean. Splashdown, Midtown Madness 3, Sega GT 2002, Jet Set Radio Combo, Age Under Fire, Myst 3 Exile, Test Drive Off-Road Wide Open didn't have this game. MotoGP didn't have that. And Project Gotham Racing, I didn't have that actually. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, Pirates Live the Life, one of my favorites. Fantastic Four, Pirates of the Caribbean, I didn't have Fantastic Four, so I'm glad to have it. Indiana Jones, Shrek 2, Madagascar, didn't have it. There's some Disney games right here, Cars and Finding Nemo. And finally, 2 more rare games, Godzilla, Save the Earth, and Destroy All Monsters. Both these games are complete. And then we have Star Wars, Tetris Worlds, Star Wars Episode 3, both Spider-Man games, Mech Assault and Mech Assault 2, limited edition. Really sweet find. I think it was worth the price because those Godzilla games are rare, and Barbie's like a $50 game. Okay. And also, as a bonus, he had mentioned, but he included this thing called this Unlock Xbox book, and it's like tells all the things that the Xbox can do. This came out in 2002. It looks really cool. So thank you for including that, sir. Next up we have the best for last. I found a sealed copy of RoboCop 3 for the NES. It's basically flawless. The corners look excellent too. There's only like a tiny scratch, which even in the pictures it looked a lot worse. So this might look bad on camera, but there's a scratch right here. It starts there and goes there. It's very tiny. It's hard to see, which is awesome. And it doesn't rip the. It's not, hasn't ripped the seal. This game is in extremely good shape. RoboCop 3 is so hard to find, just complete on the NES. And this one is brand new and sealed. Now, you saw I had that complete copy I found that had like some wrapping on it. I actually sold that game for about $100 to someone. I bought this for $59, which is such a good price. I mean, it's probably worth over $200, I would say. Just an excellent find. I'm gonna put this in a box protector, and it's just a very rare find. You like never find RoboCop 3 sealed. I don't even think there's one on eBay right now, but if there is, it's pretty expensive. I would say it's over 200. Anyway, that's the best for last. That's my pickups, guys. Some really cool stuff, I think, like the Xbox lot I got. Can't wait to play some of these games. So take care. God bless you, and I'll see you next video.